Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Let's Play modded Rimworld Alpha 15. So I made a bit of a boo-boo in terms of my recordings. It's too bad because it seems like, well, that's a common thread in all my Rimworld Let's Plays. I'll make some sort of stupid recording error or there'll be a technical error that causes me to have to scrap one or two episodes. And this time I had a similar error, but it was all my own fault. Basically what happened was I had two episodes ahead of this one. It was about an hour of gameplay too, so it was quite a bit of content. And I uploaded the part 19, and for some reason I don't know why, but I started cleaning my computer hard drive, because my main hard drive is a solid state drive, so it only has 250 gigabytes, so I kind of have to clean it often. And it's also where I store all my videos, just because I think it makes it easier to... I don't know, it seems like it makes a faster upload, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just a placebo effect. But anyways, I was cleaning up some space, and it was like an hour after I hit the upload button, and something caused the upload process to be interrupted on YouTube. So I ended up deleting the 19th part without realizing it, and the thing is, my videos are usually so big that they don't fit in the recycling bin. So I ended up deleting that part, and I even tried using a piece of software to recover it, but I couldn't find the video at all, so it was already overwritten seconds after it was made. So I ended up overwriting the 19th part, so then the 20th part is completely disconnected from the 19th or the 18th part. So I could have just uploaded the 20th part instead, but I didn't want to have like a 30-minute gap. So yeah, I kind of just made a really stupid mistake, and there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm having to go back and re-record this. So, at least I have a general idea of what I want to do, because last time what I really focused on is, well, yeah, let's finish this up first. Yeah, the one thing I want to finish is all this line of stuff, so I think I'm going to make priority of hauling right away. Oops. Okay, yeah, let's just make a high priority of hauling, so then tomorrow morning they'll finish all this area up. The other thing I remember I focused on was oh yes, let me do this right away before I forget. Yeah, I made this heating a little better. Yeah, unfortunately the problem is I can't quite remember what I did or didn't do. Yeah, like one thing I need to do is I need to place power conduits all throughout here. Make some nice redundant circuitry and whatnot. Okay, that should work. Yeah, let's just go all the way across here. Oh yeah, and let's make... Like I've said, I like redundance when it comes to your power conduits, so let's just do that even. Now we've got... Yeah, now if there's ever artillery, chances of us getting our power completely cut off from us are pretty low. Okay. And apparently Yumeko has an infection. I know that was someone who we are trying to get on our side. I think we just have a large amount of herbal medicine, I believe, don't we? Let me try to see. Yeah, we got 46 herbal medicine. And if I remember correctly, Yumeko was a pretty good character. Yeah, pretty good doctor, cooker, miner. She's a good meleeer, but I probably won't make her a meleeer. Yeah, let's make her get healed with medicine. And yeah, there's a 50% chance of recruiting her. And apparently we have a fire. Oh yes, the boomalope from that last crazy boomalope raid blew up. Oh yeah, so that reminds me, there was one story I told in the two parts that no longer exist that I'm going to tell now. It's a real life... I always complain, I know, in the game about how often animals go crazy, but I had a real-life situation of an animal going crazy. Unfortunately, I wasn't there to actually see it, but it happened on my school campus, actually, which is kind of crazy. Apparently a deer... Well, I live in Wisconsin, for those of you that don't know, and there's a lot of deer, white-tailed deer, around here, and hunting season's a big thing, too. And about, I think, like a month ago or so, a lot of deer were obviously in heat because, you know, mating so that they can get pregnant and then have them babies in the spring. So a lot of deer are in heat, so they kind of act stupid. Like, just as an example, I think, well, due to, I think, like a lot of traffic due to Thanksgiving as well as the mating season, The one thing you'll notice is there's a lot more deer that are dead on the side of the highway, and I think it's because they're all just kind of crazy and filled with hormones, so they kind of just run across the highways without any regard for their own safety. So you see a lot of dead bodies. So I'm just saying that because deer tend to act kind of crazy. And one thing that happened was a deer, I feel like I said that very redneck, but a deer was by a campus building, and for some reason, I heard this firsthand from a friend. I guess I wouldn't really say a friend, but an acquaintance who lived, or he used to do cleaning. So what he would do is he would go throughout all the halls, and during the weekends he'd, clean the bathrooms and all that crap. Real fun stuff, right? Apparently we have a group of cats that just joined us. Interesting. 3, 4, 5. Jeez. I remember the last time I got a group of cats join me, we got a raid immediately after, and then they all got slaughtered by the raiders. That was interesting. Oh my god, there's a lot of cats. I need to not have these cats. Holy shit, do you see all these cats? Do you see how many cats there are? Oh my god. There's like at least 8 cats. That's not cool. I do not want our colonists being a group of cat people. Especially considering cats, I think, in this game are pretty useless. You know what I can do? I can wait until I get a raider and then maybe sell the cats. Because I think someone might object to me slaughtering the cats for food. Just because people like cats. So anyways, exotic goods trader. Actually, can I sell the cats to the exotic goods trader right away? I think I can. Oh, yeah, no, not dark kitten. So yes, anyways, about the deer. So someone was cleaning a hall, and there was this deer that was sort of just staring at this big wide window. Like, it was this big window that's like 5 feet by 5 feet, or I guess if you're not a member of the imperial system using countries, as in America and I think like some weird country in Africa like Liberia or some shit. I don't remember the exact name of it, but if you're not one of those countries, then I guess it's like, what, 2 meters by 2 meters or something? Well, I don't know, around that. Probably a little less. Oh, let's sell all these cats. So the deer was kind of just staring at the window, so I'm assuming it was probably a buck. I think it was a buck, and it was kind of just probably staring down what it perceived as like a competitor for mating, and the freaking deer charged right at the window, broke right through the window, and obviously it just broke through a bunch of glass, and it was, a large window, so it was bleeding and running through the freaking dormitory. And apparently some guy, because this is Wisconsin, a lot of people have either guns or like bows for hunting season, because bow season is like a month long, I think, or it's even longer than that, and then gun hunting season is only like 9 months long, or 9 days long, I should say. So a lot of people have, bows and whatnot. So some guy with a crossbow then came in and shot the deer while it was sort of rampaging around inside. I think after it initially broke through the window, I think it was so dazed it kind of just stood there and didn't really know what it was doing. Like, I don't think it was really rampaging after it initially broke through, but yeah, some guy then shot the deer. So I guess there's a real life situation of something like what happens in Rimworld, because in the Rimworld, animals are going crazy all the freaking time, and I always say like, yeah, that's realistic, but that's the first time I've ever had an event like a Rimworld raid happen in real life. It was definitely interesting. Okay, one thing I remember I did is, let me do this. Okay. There's a lot of things, like I said, I don't remember whether or not I did them. What I did is I changed, let's find it, raw resources, no. Or yeah, I think it is raw resources, plant matter. Let's enable these two so that people, because I've noticed, I noticed the other episodes that never got recorded. It took a long time for people to go all the way from here to here, so having this right here makes a little bit more sense. Makes things a little bit more expedited. Oh yeah, and I was smart enough to make it drop on floor, so I was smart enough to do that, but I forgot, I never did that, and it makes a lot more sense to do things that way. The one thing I can do now too, now that I have the, I guess, I don't know, the benefit of being able to see into the future what I did is I crafted a component table, because that's one of my big priorities, and what happened was I didn't have anyone who could actually craft components because you need a crafting skill of at least 10. So I'm going to make Vibes the only crafter for now so he can actually get a skill high enough to do it. Unfortunately, though, he's also our best researcher, which is kind of not good for us. I could switch Sarah over, because Sarah, I think, is kind of useless otherwise. You know what? I'm going to do that, because Vibes is the one good crafter we have. Oh, yes, that reminds me. I also didn't craft, I think it's miscellaneous. It's a multi-analyzer. So I need that, because what I want to do is I want to get component assembly done. And one thing I need to do for component assembly is collect a shit ton of components that are in the near area, because we only have, let's see here, we have 42, which actually that's quite a few, but what I did my other episodes that I don't know how to refer to them. The alternate timeline, I guess. I think that's what I called them in my Ice Sheet playthrough. So in the alternate timeline, what I did is I focused on getting all my security system rebuilt. So let's do that right now, actually, because I think we have quite a bit of... We at least have quite a bit of components. I don't know how much steel we have. Yeah, we have quite a bit of steel, too. So let's just get this all crafted. So we'll finally have a very nice defensive encampment sort of thing. Oh yeah, and unfortunately the plasteel turret I had got destroyed, so I'll have to rebuild that. Yeah, because it got destroyed before I completed these sandbags due to that one raid. So I'll do all that. Why is no one mining? Okay, finally someone's mining. And I'm just waiting for them to finish constructing that. Alright, so where is component assembly? Oh yes, one thing let's make sure I did this. Yeah, one thing I didn't do, and I was an idiot, is I enabled the cremation of animal corpses, because what happened is after that toxic fallout I had a bunch of dead bodies, like, well, you can still see a lot of them. I had a lot of skeletons that were sort of inside my base, and I just wanted to get rid of them because they're kind of an eyesore. So I did that, but the one thing that sucks with this is you can't make it so that people only cremate rotten corpses. Like, you can make it so they will cremate rotten corpses, but you can't make it so that they only cremate rotten corpses. There's no option for that. So apparently what's been happening is my colonists have been cremating fresh animals that I killed. And it's a good thing I noticed that, because I think I remember in those 2 parts that I recorded, I actually went and hunted a bunch of muffalo, and then I think someone cremated half of them before I realized I was losing out on so much fresh meat. So, yeah, let me just make sure I fix that, because, yeah, that was a very stupid thing I did. Yeah, I wish there was, a little check mark, at least for the cremator, that says only rotten, you know, instead of allow rotten, because... I mean, I know you can do stuff with quality and hit points, but that doesn't really help you at all, because sometimes an animal you just killed can have a low amount of hit points left, because they might get gnawed on by, or they might lose parts due to, well, they either might lose parts due to getting shot, or they might get nibbled on by another animal before you can cremate them. So yeah, there's that. What is this? There's a weird shadow going on here. It's kind of strange. And apparently we just got Vassalo. Actually, that's surprising. I remember Vassalo in those 2 parts. He was just sitting in here the whole damn last 2 parts, and I could never recruit him. And I finally got Yumeko, I think, after the end of the 2 parts. So this time I guess I'm a little more lucky, and I actually got Mr. Vassalo here. Yeah, what are you good at? Social, medicine, growing. Yeah, you're pretty damn good. And he's iron-willed. He is lazy, though, so that makes him a little bit less useful, but otherwise a very good character. He's not the best at constructing. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the people... Yeah, now I've got enough people that are specialized in construction. I'm going to take everyone off of construction who's terrible at it. So then that'll make sure that stuff, for one, gets constructed more quickly, and secondly, we won't have people making really low-quality beds and whatnot anymore. Okay, there's that. Yeah, I can also get the repairing gone for people that aren't very good at it. And I'll make you a 1. I'll make Vassalo a constructor anyways, because he's not that good at other things. Well, I'll make that a 3. Because I would prefer him to grow as a high priority. Yeah, one thing we have is we have a lot of people that are really good at art now, too, so I can actually enable this, because I've had a very large burst in population lately, so I can actually focus on stupid things like art now. Let me just disable a lot of this stuff, because I obviously don't want, like... Basically, the only things I want to make stuff out of is wood and stone. Everything else is too rare a resource for me to want to risk spending a lot on stupid things like sculptures. So yeah, let's assign, I guess, 2 for now. Yeah, one thing I also sort of need to do is I really want to bulk up on wood. I guess what I can do is after someone mines through here and then starts mining this, I can start getting a lot of wood from over there. Ooh, a bulk goods trader, actually. That's awesome. Yeah, we have a lot of traders, apparently. A lot more traders than I had the last time. Oh my, 20 components. I'm going to buy every single one of them, because I can guarantee we're going to use every single one of them. I can sell, I'll sell the furs that I don't have a large amount of, because for the ones I have a large amount of, I can craft some clothing. But for stuff that I only have, like, less than 75 of, I can't really do anything with that, so... I'm just gonna sell everything that I don't have a lot of, pretty much. Yeah, pigskin, too. Might as well. Yeah, the one thing we have a lot of is muffalo leather, so I guess I'll keep that. I could sell these drugs. I think, unfortunately, Flake and Yaoyo, the chance of getting addicted, I think, is too high for me to want to risk it. Like, I think the only thing I'd want to risk is Go Juice, maybe. Like, Flake and Yaoyo, I think they make your people happier, but they make them not the most intelligent. Apparently, we have 4 Go Juice. I don't think we have it researched yet, though. I think we just got that from some random guy. Okay. Let's see here. I could buy wood. I don't know if I want to do that, though. I guess for now I'll just sell a lot of this crappy clothing, and then we'll see if I want to buy anything else. Oh, we do have gold. I forgot about that. I guess I could sell some. I mean, gold doesn't have much of a use now that I really think about it. Let's sell like 40, yeah, because now that I think about it, there's not really anything that you really need gold to make. I'm probably forgetting about something that I'll need, or there might be something new that I've not crafted before that I forgot needs gold, but whatever, I'll just sell it. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't know if I want to buy wood. I think I'll wait. I'll wait for myself to cut it down, because we have a lot of wood that's nearby us. We just need to go through the process of cutting it all down and all that fun stuff. Alright, so this is all done. Well, mostly. We've got one more. Yeah, we've got one more that just needs to be constructed. Otherwise, our defenses are looking pretty damn spiffy. And actually, yes, pretty much, for the most part, all of this barricade has gotten constructed as well, so we're doing pretty good. Also, now that I blocked off this corridor right here, I don't remember, I think I did that a long time ago. I think I might want to make this, or maybe this, into an auto door. Because those are the only 2 other entrances people really need to go through. I think I'll make this into an auto door, just to make our people a little bit more efficient. Is that another one? Or did I already talk to them? Let me see here. Okay, no, I'm pretty sure that's the same one we talked to, right? Yeah, that's the one we already bought from. Okay, I'm just making sure. I was gonna say, that's very good luck if that was another trader already. One thing I've also mentioned I want to do, especially to prevent stupid things like insectoid raids, is I wanted to close this off, or fill this up with batteries, but the problem is we need a lot more steel and a lot more components for that. Although, because I bought all those components, I can spend a bit more freely. Because what happened, I think, the last episode, by the time I like collected all the components that I could that were nearby on the map. Oh wow, and we got Yumeko already. Yeah, we had a lot more luck this time around when it came to recruiting these people. Because it took me until the end of like 50 minutes of playing to get Yumeko, and then Vassalo I never even got. So I was really lucky this time around. And if you can't tell, I'm a little bit rusty when it comes to this game because I've really not been playing too much lately. I've got all the fun of dealing with college finals, so stuff like Rimworld isn't the highest priority. Why did you... That's so weird. It's weird how it seems like sometimes when it comes to stuff like mining, your colonists like choose what they want to mine based off of their proximity to that particular thing, but then sometimes it seems like they choose certain resources over others. It's weird. Like, it seems like there's no real rhyme or reason for why they mine what they mine. Like, I have no idea why those people chose to go all the way over here to try to mine those components, whereas everyone else is logically mining out the steel first. Yeah, I don't know. Colonists are weird in this game. They sometimes seem to have a mind of their own, and usually that's not a good thing. Ah, water's delicious, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking of telling this other personal story, this Let's Play, but I won't. It was really... Let me put it this way. I know, and actually, when I was sort of telling a little bit about my personal life, like, I think 2 episodes ago, well, one person... It was only one person, but one person did say that they felt I shouldn't talk about personal things during a Let's Play, but I don't know. Personally, I kind of like it when a Let's Player talks about, like, certain personal things they've got going on, just because... I don't know, when people only focus on whatever's going on in the game, I don't know, I guess it just shows their human side a little bit more when people talk about themselves and their personal life and whatnot. And that's the other thing, is so many Let's Players are so, like, guarded and reserved about talking about personal things that, I don't know, I don't know how to word it. It's kind of refreshing, I think, at least for me, when I watch Let's Players actually freely talk about things going on in their life, you know? Maybe that's just me, though. Like, I'm sure someone, or I'm sure at least a couple people enjoy when I talk about certain personal things, but I don't know. Personal happenings in my life. I at least felt, though, when I was talking about moving into that apartment, that it was pretty relevant to Let's Playing, because it means I'm able to Let's Play more, so it's not like it was something entirely irrelevant. I don't know, though. I guess that's just my own feelings on the matter. But yeah, I was gonna tell all this one other personal story. I think I might actually make a standalone video about it. It was something that's really fucked up. It happened to me yesterday, or I should say it happened to my family yesterday, and it's really fucked up. It was, well, I'll give a little bit of details about it, but I won't tell the whole thing. You know how there's certain, like, fraudsters out there, like, people that call and try to commit fraud by basically, like, convincing someone that someone's in prison, or convincing someone, basically lying to someone about someone, like, they know being in prison. That happened to my grandparents, and apparently, like, it was some crazy story that they were saying that I think what happened was they said, your grandson in Iowa did this, this, and this. And I think they just assumed it was me because I'm the only grandson they have that still lives in Wisconsin. So because Iowa is close to Wisconsin, I think they were just like, they just assumed it was me, so they were like, oh, you mean this grandson? I think they were like, oh, you mean Hunter? So then they started using that name, and they almost got tricked into they basically almost got scammed out of $3,000. Someone called and told some fanciful story about me being in prison for, apparently I was drunk driving and I hit a pregnant lady, or actually no, the pregnant lady hit me, but because I was 1 point over, like, I did a breathalyzer test and I was 1 point over, so I was, like, held for DUI. It was some weird ass story. Like, you could tell that whoever was doing it did it a lot, because it was some really needlessly complex story that they told. And actually what happened was, too, and this is really fucked up, is I know. Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna go that specific, but that was the story I was gonna tell. But it would get really in depth if I told the whole story. And oh god, a flash storm. Flash storms are quite scary because it causes everything to suddenly go on fire. And I know the flash storms tend to focus on a certain area, so it seems like the area the flash storm is focusing on is right here. But yeah, someone basically tried to fraud my grandparents into paying $3,000 to get me released from jail, and they even had someone impersonate me on the cell phone or on the phone. And unfortunately, the only reason that, well, my grandma knew it wasn't me, but my grandpa has really bad hearing problems, and he's just getting up there in age. So my grandpa almost fell for it, because he actually thought it was me. And I heard my grandpa even started, like, crying, because he thought I was in prison for fucking hitting a pregnant lady. And I don't know, my grandpa, it's really fucked up that people will do stuff like that. Like, I don't know. But that's what happened, is it was a really messed up story. I could go really specific and make it into a 10-minute story, but I'll just try to keep it short. It's fucked up that human beings can do stuff like that. Try to trick old people into giving them money by pretending, like, you know, making up complete lies, pretty much. Also, we just got a freaking cargo drop again, and it fell right through our roof, which is humorous. It almost destroyed this bed, even. Yeah. Actually, has anyone ever had this happen? Has anyone ever had a character get hit by a cargo drop? Because I feel like that could happen. I mean, if it can destroy a roof, then I feel like a character could actually get hit by a cargo drop. That would be very interesting. I feel like it'd be very unlikely, but it's got to be possible. Alright, yeah, I'm going to end this episode here. So thank you all for watching, and I feel like my commentary might be a little lacking, and that's just because I'm tired as hell from exams, and just also me not playing the game in a while. So yeah, thank you all for watching anyways, though, and hope to see you next time. Goodbye.